Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Explore and Engage with Anam. The question today is, what exactly is patience? Patience, that's the word. What exactly is it? Now we can look up the word in a dictionary and it will give us an answer. Patience is the quality of being patient. And being patient means being able to bear delays or difficulties without acting in a hasty manner or without complaining about it. But I want to go deeper to understand its true meaning and how we can exercise patience. Now, patience, of course, is connected to the concept of time, the time that we experience here on Earth, the time that we track using a clock or a watch, and the time that ticks away 1 second after another. Now, attached to the concept of time is the act of waiting. We order pizza and we wait for the pizza to arrive. We are sitting at an airport and we wait to board the plane. We are at a stoplight and we wait for the light to turn green. It's 7:30 p.m. and we are waiting for the clock to strike 8 because that's when our favorite show on television would start. Now, these are examples of us as humans having to wait for things to happen. Waiting is connected to an outcome, mostly an outcome here on Earth, something that's related to our everyday life on this planet. Patience is something greater. It's beyond everyday little things in life. And in my opinion, patience is something that we exercise over a long period of time. Patience is not just about reaching an outcome, but it's about a way of life. We must, as part of our life, learn to be patient. And that's much more difficult than simply watching time go by minute after minute. When we wait for something, we may become anxious and restless. That's when we feel that time is not passing fast enough. A minute may seem like several minutes, an hour may feel like several hours, depending on the degree of our restlessness. That's the act of waiting. To wait for something may actually make us impatient, which would be a failure to properly exercise patience. Patience is when we make time our friend. Yes, it's time to make time your friend. When our state of mind becomes one with the passage of time, we are truly patient. When we put our restlessness to rest and form a unity with a force much bigger than what we can perceive, that's patience. I realized as I was growing up that most of our life is comprised of things that are beyond our control. We can have goals, we can make plans, we can invest our efforts in achieving our desired outcomes, whether in personal life or professional life. But each step we take towards our intended destination is accompanied by elements that are completely beyond our control. When I was a little boy, I had lots of allergies. Growing up in the first several years of my life, I actually almost never went to a restaurant. My parents were really worried that if they took me to a restaurant, then as food would be in the process of preparing food in the kitchen, perhaps the food being prepared for us may come in contact with ingredients that I'm allergic to. And so what they did was they never took me out to restaurants for the first several years of my life. I only had home-cooked meals because my allergies were pretty severe. And so my parents were extra cautious to make sure that I stayed safe and healthy. Now imagine being a little boy and not being able to eat at a restaurant. Now as I think about it, in retrospect, I think that probably helped me because the food at home was always cooked with great care, and so I always had a very healthy diet. But kids, they do want to eat fast food and they want to eat snacks and meals from restaurants. I never did. I followed the instructions from my parents, and it was actually very, very beneficial for me. So God had bestowed in me the ability to be patient, to accept that my allergies prevented me from eating at restaurants. So I always had home-cooked meals. And I was happy with that as a child. I accepted it. The doctor had said at the time that some of my allergies would likely go away with time as I would grow older. So with age, I would probably develop more natural resistance, and that would make me stronger. And that gave me hope. And the doctor was right. My health improved significantly as I grew older. And many of the allergy symptoms that I had when I was exposed to allergens, those symptoms went away over time. And then I was able to eat a lot of food items that I previously could not. I became stronger with time and I could resist allergens better. But getting to that point required a lot of patience. And I learned to be patient from a very early age. You want to achieve something in life, let's say professionally. You want to reach a certain position, a rank, a destination in your career. It probably will not happen overnight. An achievement is preceded by lots of hard work, dedication, continuous learning and education. It may require demonstrating leadership. It may require fostering a team-building environment. The process may require overcoming obstacles, addressing conflict, and dealing with many challenges. No milestone is reached overnight. Any major accomplishment requires us to navigate the passage of time, to understand the rhythm with which minutes, hours, weeks, months, and years flow by. Reaching a destination in life requires patience. But there is something else that a person must have in order to properly exercise patience, and that is faith. There's a reason why people say that patience is a virtue. Not everyone can be patient in matters of great significance in life, such as relationships. Building and developing a nice relationship, whether it's with a spouse, a friend, a business partner, any relationship would require patience. But for patience to be practiced and exercised successfully, the most important ingredient is faith. Now, I have talked about faith before in another podcast episode, so you can go check that out. Faith in a power greater than ourselves. Faith in a system of justice. One that is not run by mortal beings, but one that transcends human comprehension. For us to pursue what we want in life, we must be patient. And for that, we need to have strong faith in our Creator. The world moves really fast. Life pushes people forward. It sets up a wall in our path. Adversaries hit us from the sides. And at times we may feel confined with nowhere to go. We may feel helpless, confused. We may not know what to do when confronted with difficulties in life. And that's when life tests our patience. Patience is not a switch that we turn on as needed. Patience is not a tool that we take out of our toolbox and use. It is something that must be a part of our existence. Patience must be in our hearts, influencing all our actions at every moment. Patience is the product of strong faith. We must understand our limitations. As humans, we are bound by space and time. But our potential may be endless in terms of how we can impact this world. But to truly develop the ability to bring positive change in this world, we must have faith and we must exercise patience. When I was in school, I read about time in Ecclesiastes. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Regardless of what religious background a person has, the key element to having patience is faith. Faith in our Creator, faith in the Almighty who controls everything, knowing that there is a power higher than all else, and understanding that our key to connecting with that power is through faith and through the exercise of patience is essential. Patience can help us fulfill our desires. Patience can help us achieve what we want, and patience can help us overcome barriers. Now, more than ever, people need to have patience. As we go through the collective struggles of navigating an economic crisis and dealing with global uncertainty pertaining to geopolitical tension, our individual lives are affected. As inflation keeps hurting us and the financial climate seems gloomy, we must have faith that there will be a better day. We must exercise patience. With the hope of a better future, I will end this episode here. Share with me your thoughts, connect with me on social media, and I thank you all for listening. I hope to be back again with another episode of Explore and Engage with Anam.